Hello guys, welcome back to another Scratch tutorial. If you like the other one, be sure to check that one out, how to run GIFs in Scratch. Today I'm going to show you my right-click menu script. Again, 100% created by me. I did this myself. Now, unfortunately, right-click no longer works on Scratch. I wish it would though, it would be really useful. As you can see, when I right-click, it just has that. But when I double-click on this, and only when I double-click, this little menu pops up. It's kind of like sort of a touch screen where either you touch and hold or you double click or double tap to open like a menu and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm simulating, since if right click doesn't work, well, double click will work. And as you can see, I can click anywhere on the stage and it hides. Again, when I double click, it shows. And when I click the menu, it actually hides. And I can just keep doing that. So how does this work? I also recently fixed the bug, by the way. So if you've already seen this and noticed it didn't work, I fixed that. Let me just share that. See inside. Now, when I show you the desktop script, it's probably going to look a little scary, especially if you're a beginner scratcher, but just bear with me here, okay? So this is the sprite. As you can see, it has to respond to these. These are just extra messages from my Windows 10 simulator. You can go check that out on my profile. But you don't need these. And then this is just when the menu's open, you click it, then it will close itself and do whatever function you want it to. This one is when it receives the message to open, then it will do this stuff. I'll show you in a moment. And then go to your mouse pointers, because right-click menus always go where you either tap or click. So you want that, and then it will show. And then when you close a right-click menu, then it will hide. As you can see, the sprite broadcasts the message to itself, but this is also for if another if you click the desktop and it broadcasts close right click menu, then it will hide and stuff like that. And green if I click, self-explanatory. And these variables I'll explain in a moment as well. Actually, I have some notes right here. So here's the stage script. I know, it's pretty long, but don't freak out, okay? You can easily go to this project and put it in your backpack. You don't even need both of these. This one here is an optional one. Sorry about that. Let me delete that. So when stage clicked, so click. If right-click menu is already opened, so let's say it's showing and I click the stage, then it closes, then it broadcasts close right-click menu, and then it sets the right-click menu open question mark to no. So that means that it's not opened. You probably want that variable just to keep track. You don't need these showing, by the way. It's just showing for an example. And then if stage clicks equals 0, so let's say I click the stage, and then it says 1, okay? Set stage to 1, so that means the stage has been clicked once. Then it sets the menu animation timer to 0.5. Now this is one of the key features to this. So once it's set to 0.5, it will change menu animation timer by minus 0.5. So we'll set it to basically 0. So it waits 0.5 seconds, and then it just changes to 0. You can adjust this if you want the duration between the first click and the second click to be longer, but in real life it's usually pretty quick, so to avoid mistouch. And so as you can see, when I click, menu animation timer quickly changes from 0.5 to 0. And if the stage clicks equals to, or if the stage click doesn't equal to 0, let's say it equals to 1, like that, then if right click menu open equals no, then set stage clicks to 0, then broadcast open right click menu, set right click menu open, else nothing. I know that was pretty long, okay, but basically just put this script in. And oh, by the way, one important thing to remember, make sure all the variables match, because sometimes if you upload a script from the backpack in Scratch, it will actually change the variables to other variables in your project. So you want to make sure all the variables match. You must do this, otherwise it won't work. So that's that. Now, this script was what was making it not work. It was just running at the same time, so it wasn't working. So this script is if some of the backdrops you have are not like a desktop backdrop or whatever. I use this in my Windows 10. You can go check that out on my profile. So for example, on my Windows 10, the Paint app backdrop or background is a backdrop, and I do not want the right click menu to open there. So I simply add this script to disable it. And then this part is just self-explanatory right here. It's the exact same thing. It just has some extra blocks. So I would say start out with this. Make sure you know how to use it, and then you can add it to your whatever. You can read these little notes if you don't remember what I've been saying. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comments either on my profile or on YouTube. I'll try to respond quickly. If you want to get all this code into your backpack, just simply drag the sprite, okay? And again, make sure all variables match. They must match these. If they don't, it's not going to work. And these, you don't have to show it. It's just showing for example and showing you how it works. And yes, you can add as many items as you want. Really, you can. Just add a bunch of boxes to your menu. Just make sure that the position of them is changed so that they're stacked on top of each other. You can try to do that by yourself. If not, I'm sure there's plenty of tutorials out there. Well, guys, I'll see you guys in another video. Hopefully I'll have more tutorials and stuff for you guys. See you later. Bye.